just keep to themselves all the time. They just stick to themselves, just keep on sticking to themselves. No matter where they go, they're always sticking together as a 4-man team. The only difference is when they are in a 4-man team, they are always in the best position available once the circle starts to shrink. It is a complete opposite from all the other teams, because the other teams, they are in the complete worst position once it starts to shrink. So I think that the positioning plays is definitely one thing that they gotta change.
Yep, and speaking about that, right off the bat, watch and learn. They're gonna run into Legend Rumble, so it's another case of a immediate conflict right after the parachute drop. But Legend Rumble, they were able to kind of survive for a long time in the previous round. Let's see if they can do so in this round as Venom finishes off Cyber for that first blood. That's watch and learn, having the high ground advantage, and there's nothing much that Legend Rumble can do. And in fact, Muske decides to just move an immediate flank, and he might be able to get something in return though with the time turn to buy time. Venom also joins in, and now Legend Rumble finds himself in a pretty bad position. The rest of watch and learn, they're gonna arrive on spot, and Venom, having taken control as Spawn just tries to high tail out of there using the high tail out of there with that jump launch pad, and he will be able to survive. But the rest of Legend Rumble, they probably have been called out by watch and learn. This is going to be damage control mode as Rosto, not so lucky, eliminated by watch and learn. It's going to be WNL with 2 points in the back from the get-go.
Unfortunately, watch and learn is unable to bring down the entire squad of the opponent, but I think it is okay. You know, Legends Rumble, they can meet again in a while later, because the main thing for watch and learn is that they are able to get kills and points without sacrificing a single person, and that is exactly what they did. They managed to get 2 points without any of their members without any of their members dying, and they will take that any darn day. And speaking of which, we are also going to be looking at Baby Argons that is going to be in the same compound as the other team, right inside of Cape Town. And in the grand scheme of things, we're looking at Bloody Heads heading themselves down to the southeastern side of Peak, coming in real darn close to Divinity. A little bit too close for comfort, whereby I'm gonna be crying for Bloody Heads soon if they are going to be last place again.
Yeah, this definitely does not look good, right? It feels like a bad premonition to what's about to come. So Bloody Heads, they have to be expecting this. They have to be ready for a different team. You are in the center of the map. There is definitely going to be someone else that would have the same thoughts of you in terms of rotation, in terms of the areas that they want to be. So they got to be ready, but Steady Squad not so ready for Baby Argon. Cobra out in the open, getting gunned down. The rest of Steady Squad and Baby Argon, they're going to engage in this close quarter conflict, but it seems like from above eliminates Baby Argon. What are you guys? They were not paying attention. What are they doing? Baby Argon, first team to get knocked out because of their carelessness, and Steady Squad, very great execution.
Let's dive back down and take a look exactly what happened. Baby Argons, they were confident. They think that they are able to bring the opponents down because it was a 3 versus 4. But once one person ran straight in, it became a 3 versus 3 already. But they don't care. They still went for it anyways. But the worst possible thing is that the opponents have one person anchored on the second floor. And that is the biggest problem for Baby Argons. Is full headshot city when it comes to being on the higher ground, and that is exactly what happened. Baby Argons has suffered the immeasurable loss because of number 1 being too rushy, number 2 being too impatient, and number 3, well, they just want to end it fast. Indeed, they did end it fast for themselves, unfortunately.
Yeah, just not the ending that they expected. As we take a look at the map, pretty much centered. When we talk about Bermuda, there is not too much worries when it comes to water, because it's mainly just a huge island where everyone is in the center. You can see Freedom Rumble kind of caught out in between Katalisiwa and Bimasak. They strip Bloody Head. They do see Divinity, and it is kind of what we expected, right? They are definitely gonna run into each other. Bloody Head. They've already have one kill in the bag. That is a good start for them. But seeing Divinity ahead, Bloody Head now can replan their route and decide where they want to rotate towards. They are at Kota Tua, so going around the edge of that will buy them more time, as this safe zone is still pretty much in its first phase. So Bloody Head avoiding further conflict with Divinity, they should be able to go around the outskirts, the circumference of the safe zone, and get themselves a better spot to work with as we progress deeper into the round.
Bloody Heads, though, it does seem like they are going off with a different start. They did manage to get themselves with a single kill to the name without a single loss to themselves. And I think that, correct me if I'm wrong, I think that Bloody Heads took some blood away from Divinity.
It could be.
Seem like, yeah, because it does seem like Divinity ran away from Bloody Heads. Initially, what we had was Divinity ran closer and closer over to Bloody Heads. We didn't really quite see what was going on, but at this point in time, the only thing that we can say is that Bloody Heads did manage to get themselves one kill, while all 4 of their members is still alive. And Divinity, and the more they move, the more northward they go. And what is going to be at the north side? It is going to be a congregation of Do Easy, Awesome, and Freedom Rumble. So Divinity, pick your poison.
And I'm surprised that at how deserted Peak is. I expected there to at least be 1 or 2 teams in that area, but it is one of those situations where all the teams, they have the similar idea. So we see an empty Peak, whereas the rest of the compounds towards the edge of circle are pretty much occupied. Divinity, now they're gonna make that entrance. They're gonna finally make that entrance. Unfortunately, they haven't ran into Freedom Rumble or Awesome or even Do Easy just yet. So this is good news for Divinity. They just have to be prepared that when they run into Freedom Rumble or even Awesome, who is right in front of them, they have to be ready for those fights.
They definitely do need to be ready. Divinity, they did manage to get a single kill for themselves, and that is going to be credited over to the side of Void Phase. Ganza, indeed, is dead, so that one death is given away to Bloody Head. The rest of Divinity seems to be running southward, which is away from the main group that is at the northern of Peak at this moment of time. So Divinity is going to be playing a little passively, and surprisingly, in this entire career here in MCP Season 1, Divinity hasn't really been showing themselves up that much. They haven't been that big of a powerhouse just yet as compared to the other tournaments that we've seen, especially, which is the one that I'm referring to is Tri-Nations Cup.
Yeah. VP Velocity over. They actually entered this round with only 3 players, but all 3 of them are still alive, and this is the moment that we've been waiting for, the dreadful moment for all these teams. We have 5 squads actually within this bird's eye view. Awesome seems like they ran into Legend Rumble, so Phonics will be taken now, and Legend Rumble didn't really have a good start. They were cornered early on, and they had to escape with 2 remaining survivors, but that's now cut down to just 1. Divinity will have to hunker down at least for a while, as Taken just hiding at this watchtower, hoping to not get spotted out. But with how this circle is, Taken should be safe for at least 2 or 3 more minutes. And I'm surprised at how close Divinity are to Do Easy. These 2 teams haven't really bumped into each other yet.
Divinity and Do Easy is just way too close to each other. Perhaps they already know of each other's positions, but they just refuses to fire the shot. Because once that happens, everyone else is going to be alerted. But it does seem like someone fired the shot. You can see that Divinity is slowly making their way towards Do Easy. Caster's Curse going on there, Husky. Caster's Curse. Divinity throws in the grenades. It did not quite land in the face of Do Easy, unfortunately, but Voidface finds himself completely cornered up. He's completely blocked because of the misplacement of their glue walls, and there is no one that could go and help him. God help him! Shira is gonna be the only guy remaining from Divinity, and he had to make his run away as fast as possible, but he's defeated by Do Easy. The Hunter is now the hunted.
What a fatal mistake right there. That was so unfortunate for Divinity. They would have had a chance, but that glue wall just allowed a perfect window for Do Easy to engage. Divinity just they had to bow out right now in 11th place, but Steady Squad with the high ground. Now they see Do Easy after hearing all this commotion. We'll see what Steady Squad can bring to the table. 5 kills so far in the bag. Jembao is completely away from the rest of his team just to cover more ground. But they also have to be careful though, because Bloody Head is coming up from behind as AB Ligers. They are also taking on Fastkill MY from the low ground. So this is going to be beneficial to any teams who have control of the mountain. Fastkill MY just not able to land those shots, unfortunately, as AB Ligers now getting third party by VPH Velocity. Shogun eliminated straight off the bat.
We got FSK newbie. He's gonna make his way closer and closer to Bat. He really wants to pick Bat up, but I don't think that he has time though. AV Red Panda is coming in closer and closer. He did manage to make it in time, but what exactly is gonna happen from this point on was Red Panda cooked the grenade at the perfect time, managing to bring 2-person down. It is 1 versus 2 right now. Make that 1 versus 3. Will he be able to bring newbie down first? But the amount of glue walls is just too much for Red Panda to even do anything. But Red Panda took this opportunity to turn things around, turn 180 degrees, took a look at Steam, trying to bring down the glue wall. He breaks him down. All of them is dead, and he doesn't even care about a single member inside of the glue walls, as he is a one-man army.
And that's what we call a 1 versus 4, and Coco not so fortunate as well. This demon will be his downfall. Watch and learn. Wipe out awesome. What a spectacle that we saw just now from Red Panda alone. Single-handedly dismantling his opponents as the circle now goes towards the northwestern side where Big Masakti Strip and a bit of Catalytic and Plantation within the vicinity, which means that right now AB Ligers have to immediately rotate up and northwards, which is a long journey for them, no doubt, but we just have to take a while to appreciate Red Panda's effort and the split-second decision-making from this individual player, allowing them to completely catch Fastkill NY off guard. An amazing job from AB Ligers, but watch and learn now with the safety of the circle. They can stay there for as long as they want. Legend Rumble taken, just playing as safe as he can at the edge. He has 30 more seconds to work with before the circle starts closing in. Whereas Bloody Head, now the only remaining team at the outskirts of peak, they also will have to make their move.
It does seem like Bloody Heads definitely changed their play style. They are now safe and away from being the lower at the lower part of the leaderboards now for this game, because they have been safe. They managed to get 1 kill onto Divinity, and very likely because of that 1 kill that they got off of Divinity, it helped them destroy the entirety of Divinity indirectly. AB Ligers, they decide to move forward, and they are going to be bumping up into this building that with Velocity is just holding themselves into. Red Panda may very well be the next person that, well, is going to do some amazing things. But it does seem like nothing happens? They all ran away? No, they killed. What happened?
Stafia, a weird interaction, you know. I was expecting something to go down, but it seems like that's not the case. Fortunately for Bloody Head, even though they are kind of caught out at the outskirts, they do have the high ground advantage. Now, the next circle is definitely going to go inwards. Bloody Head have a minute to figure out what to do with AB Liger, gatekeeping them, because they have to run downwards, and it seems like the call right now is to use those glue walls to provide a bit of cover. At the same time, Steady Squad, they're also involved in their own form of conflict against Do Easy. Do Easy now caught on the outskirts as Freedom Rumble kind of chips in as well. Do Easy Bayet, he was the MVP for one of the rounds, and he's going to continue to deliver with that grenade to down Lemon, but Lemon will be saved by his teammate. Those glue were providing so much cover, and it seems like Do Easy, they don't have much to work with. And in fact, I think Lemon, Bayet, is the only remaining survivor, so Steady Squad can just wait this out and get ready to take out Bayet when he eventually has to move inwards.
Well. We do have quite a bit of teams that are still pretty healthy. Do Easy now has been eliminated because he's the only last man standing for his own team. We do have Steady Squad that is pretty healthy, 4 men strong. And I believe that we do have Watch and Learn, which also have 4 men strong, somewhere around there. But at this moment of time, it does seem like we also have quite a bit of action that's going to be that's happening in the southern region of the new circle, and the amount of fire and shots being thrown over to Watch and Learn is just a little bit too insane. And you know what else is insane? The fact that they have 8 kills to their name. All 4 of them is still alive. 4 men strong. I can pretty much expect to see Watch and Learn be one of the top few contenders just for this round. Bloody Head ZJ opens up fire, brings Jaboywa all the way down into the depths of hell, and puts the final nail in the coffin for their side. But is it really gonna be it? We still have 6 teams available. We do have the grenade launcher happening, coming in from Freedom Rumble. 1 person knocked down, 2 person knocked down, and make that 3. Make that 4. Oh no, it's just 3. With 1 kill confirmed on the side of Bloody Heads. Bloody Heads originally was 4 men strong. Now, they are 2 men strong.
Yep, and just interception from Freedom Rumble, making life even harder for Bloody Head. But AB Ligers, still, they actually had the prime position to gatekeep. They're at the edge of the circle, and this is the perfect spot to be in. They see Taken. Demon is going to go down, so at least Legend Rumble, with a horrendous start, was able to net themselves a couple of points before they eventually bombed out. And now AB Ligers, Red Panda, has been putting on an amazing performance so far and intends to keep that now with 2 members of Watch and Learn running downhill, dropping those glue to provide a bit of cover. It's going to be pretty hard to go past Red Panda. In fact, Venom is already gone down. Red Panda holding the spot all alone. Chance comes in for the break, for the backup, and the flank works out. Watch and Learn goes down. Now we're down to the final 2 teams. It's going to be between AB Ligers and Steady Squad, the 2 teams who have already gotten their own chicken dinner. Let's see who will get a repeat in this final showdown. Shots pretty much healthy. Chess as well. And go for that bandage up. Red Panda is already down on the ground. The rest of Steady Squad looking for the final survivor from the side of AB Ligers. This chair takes on the challenge, but fails. Steady Squad in a single day, they net themselves the 2nd booyah.
Anyways, we've all been looking forward to the overall standings, and this is going to be the standings for week 1. Yes, week 1 has finally concluded, and at the top of the charts we actually have AV Ligers, who are sitting on a phenomenal point score. They might not be number 1 in terms of placement points, but the number of kill points these guys have is crazy. Yeah, they've been popping off into these games as well, getting so many kills here. Looks like, you know, coming into the first week here, seeing how their placements is here. This is going to be some the Filipino prize here, because the Philippines are going to be happy about this, because they have the number 1 spot as of now here, followed by Malaysia here with Fabs QM on the 2nd place with pretty decent points as well here. They've got 87 in total here, placement points tying it with AV Ligers. It's just that AV Ligers has been very kill oriented in that regard. Secret movement consistently as well here. They've got 2 booyahs in total here. Placement is definitely off the charts here. Kills a little bit lackluster, but like I said here, they haven't had the flashes of play, but they've been very consistent here. But for Do Easy, yeah, this is the team that you want to talk about as well, because today they've been popping up the rabbit hole here, because out of nowhere they started popping off. What are your thoughts on Do Easy again? I'm not surprised. I mean, considering what we saw yesterday, I was wondering, okay, is this a fluke? Is this team legit? What's going on here? And today it actually confirms that Do Easy is a team that you really want to keep an eye on. The team overall synergy is fantastic. They're amazing when they're actually playing aggressively. That's actually something I really like about Do Easy. Their aggression is very coordinated. I have to say I'm a little bit surprised with Wu's actually being up here, as the team can sometimes be a little bit wonky. They'll be like, so far it feels that they have games that they're feeling really good in, and then other games where they're just sort of, you know, average. But sometimes that does happen.
Yeah, I kind of favor views here. Like, you know, if I want to kind of play in a really chill game here, go all or nothing situation, views is pretty much the team to be watching out for, because I feel like when it comes to views, they're pretty much very aggressive. Every single fight that is presented themselves, they take it regardless of how bad the position was. And occasionally it works out, but sometimes it's just a little bit unfortunate for them, because we've seen them get high kill volumes. Every single fight they see, they go for it, they go for the kill regardless. But at times they get kind of picked off as well. So I would say they're one of the hyper aggressive strat, but guess what? That strategy worked out for them, because right now, look at this, they're in the top 5 now.
Yeah, absolutely. Now, of course, we've got Steady Squad, Baby, Argon, Osum, and then Geek Fam for our final 4 for the first page. Argon, they fell down. They were in 3rd place yesterday. They played fantastic. I think what really hurt them was just that final game. Finishing that off with 0 kills, 0 points. That essentially means that they only get points for 3 games. So for Argon, it's a bit of a sore